In this video, I'm going to do an unboxing of an Xbox 360. Now, we've all seen Xbox 360s before, so why am I doing an unboxing on an Xbox 360 in 2015? Well, I'm actually going to use this game console as a Windows Media Center extender. So let's get to it. Now, I recently upgraded my main Media Center PC, or home theater PC, to Windows 8. And there are some pluses and some minuses that came along with that. In interest of being brief in this video, I'll just cover some of the shortcomings. Basically, the Windows Media Center extenders that I'm using throughout my house do not work with Windows 8. In this case, Windows 8.1. The only Windows Media Center extenders that work with Windows 8 or 8.1 are Xbox 360s. So I had to invest in another Xbox 360. This will be my second in the house. Although this is the most recent model, the Xbox 360 Super Slim or eSlim or Xbox 360e, however you want to name it. This is the newest model of Xbox 360 that actually mimics the look of the Xbox One. Now, for those of us who do use Windows Media Center and Windows Media Center extenders, things aren't looking so great over at Microsoft. They're actually, when Windows 10 comes out later this year, they're actually getting rid of Windows Media Center altogether. So if you want to run it, you have to run it on a Windows 8, Windows 7, or even Windows Vista computer. And just to be clear, if you have a Windows Vista or Windows 7 computer, the older Windows Media Center extenders will work with those computers. So at the end of the day, upgrading my main home theater PC to Windows 8, like I said, had its pluses, but the minuses, or at least monetarily the minuses, outweighed the pluses. But what are you going to do? So in this video, I'm going to do the unboxing of this Xbox 360 that I got off of eBay. And there's several controllers in there. I believe I paid about $160 for this game console in here with all the extras that came in there. Of course, your mileage may vary. You can purchase a brand new Xbox 360 if you'd like, or you can go with eBay, which I tend to do because there's a lot of savings. And with game consoles, you can get a lot of pack-in items, which I did in here. But also in this video, I'm going to show you two other unboxings, one of a Kinect bundle that I picked up, and one of an Xbox 360 Media Remote that I picked up. The Media Remote is brand new. So without any further ado, let's get this thing open. Let me grab my trusty cutter, and let's get this box open. So we got a lot of newspaper in here, things that my cats will love. But if I let them play with it, they will tear it up and I'll have to clean up, and I don't want to do that. So, as you can see in here, Xbox 360, and this is the 250 gigabyte version. Let me put that to the side real quick. You see what else is in the box here. I get a game, Dishonored. Let's put that to the side, and I think that's pretty much it. Actually, no, I'm wrong. There is a steering wheel controller. Never seen one of these in person before. Obviously, I did see it on the listing. But you have a miniaturized version of your A, B, and X and Y buttons up there. You have triggers here on both sides. You have your D-pad over here. You have your Xbox button here. Start and back. And I guess it's a motion control steering wheel here. You have your Xbox 360 branding on the back. You have what I believe is a pairing button down here. Or actually, no, that's an eject button. So that will allow you to put batteries in there. There you go. Makes sense. It is a wireless remote. Upside down. There we go. And pretty much you have your matte black plastic where you hold on to it, and then you have this glossy black plastic with the chrome accents here. There you go. Pretty cool. Not really into driving games. I guess all the analog triggers and everything are taken care of by the motion control in here. But I don't even think I have a driving game to try it out on. But anyway. These, I don't know what these are, if they light up or if they're just plastic accent pieces on the end. But I'll give you an update on it if there's anything interesting to report on this. Alright, we have another game here, Halo 4. So this probably came with the system. It says not packaged for individual sale. 2 discs in there. Halo 4. Never really played that before. I used to play a lot of the Halo games, and then I kind of got out of video gaming. And I'm trying to get back into it a little more because I do enjoy it from time to time. Oh wow, look at this. 2 more games. We've got Gears of War Judgment and Forza Horizon. So I get to try out that steering wheel controller with this. And everything looks in excellent condition. These games look mint. I don't know about how the discs look. Yeah, the discs look mint condition. And just the way the cases look, they look like they were purchased brand new and taken care of very well. Digging down deeper, we have another Xbox 360 controller. This is the camo version. You have AN Xbox 360 on the side there. The camo is a matte plastic. You have sort of a chrome D-pad here. Pretty much basic Xbox 360 controller. It is a first-party controller, so you should be familiar with that if you have had, or at least have held, an Xbox 360 controller, which is one of the most comfortable gaming controllers ever created. So here we go, the Xbox 360. This is the 250 gigabyte version. Now if you bought this brand new, it would go for $249, around $250 here in the United States. And this one originally came with Halo 4 and Tomb Raider. I believe I only get the Halo 4 in here, and the Tomb Raider was a download code that stuck with the original owner's Xbox Live gamer tag. But that's alright, I'm really not interested in playing the Tomb Raider game anyway, although I've heard good things about it, but just really not my thing, and I'm more into survival horror games or co-op games, which Halo 4 I might play or might not, I don't know. But again, around $250 for this if you got this brand new. If you got the arcade version, you could get it anywhere from, I think, starting at $179, so $180. So I got a good deal getting this entire thing for about $160 plus the 4 pack-in games here, Forza, Gears of War Judgment, Halo 4, and Dishonored, as well as the 2 other controllers that we looked at earlier. So let's take a look at what we have inside of here. And it might be taped closed here. Now it looks like the person who owned this prior to me really took care of their console here. So let's see what we have in here. We have the Xbox 360 power brick, which is pretty light. So in the latest version, or probably the last version of the Xbox 360, it looks like they really condensed a lot of stuff here. I remember the original Xbox 360 had a larger power brick and it was very heavy. This one's actually pretty light. So that's where you plug your power cord in, and there you go. Still not an internal power supply like you'll find on a PlayStation, but it's fine nonetheless. And here's the power cord that goes along with it. Next up, we have some documentation in here. I'm pretty sure any codes have been used on here, so that's fine. Not a big deal. I don't really use Xbox Live. I used to, way in the beginning, but I really don't have a whole lot of time for gaming, and if I do, I really want something that interests me more, like a survival horror, like I mentioned earlier. Looks like this headset is not used, has not been used here, and I don't anticipate using it, but it's nice to have here if I do ever want to do any voice chat on Xbox Live, if I ever do join up with that. Here is the black controller that came with it, probably the original black controller. Again, much like the camo one, except you got the top, which is your matte black, and again, a first-party Xbox 360 controller, so pretty much everything that you're used to. The glossy black here, matte black everywhere else, your ABXY, your 2 offset analog sticks, your D-pad, start and back, the Xbox button, your triggers, your bumper, Xbox 360 branding there, connector there. Here's the battery compartment here, and back here is for the connection if you want to put that key. There's a keypad that you can get for it as well, just in case you're not familiar. So at least it comes with 2 controllers. That's really nice, and of course that steering pad or steering wheel. This is the composite cord that you could use with this, although I would definitely recommend HDMI, which is what I'm going to be using on this. And I believe that's everything except for the console. So, without any further ado, let's get this out of here. So a nice compact system here. You have your glossy side, you have your matte side, and again, made to look like the Xbox One. When they redesigned this is when the Xbox One came out. And a couple scuffs up here, nothing really, no deal breakers up here. I probably could clean some of that off. That looks like some of the imprint from here. But really not too concerned with the cosmetics on it. I mean, it looks definitely decent, and this piano black always scratches. You could actually not touch it at all and just accumulate dust and try and dust it off, and the small dust particles will actually scratch the piano black plastic. I really don't know why they continue to make glossy black plastic on anything anymore, at least consumer electronics, because it always scratches, and it's a fingerprint magnet. So definitely matte black is way better. I do have an Xbox 360 Slim that is matte black. Much better choice. But as you can see up front here, you have your disc tray here, you have your eject button, your power button here, and there are actually buttons on this one. They're not the capacitive buttons, so you actually have to press them down. Over here, you have your syncing button. You have your 2 USB ports on the front here. On the top, you have your Xbox logo right there. You have some venting over here. I think they solved any of the venting issues they had with the Xbox. Down here you have more venting. You have 2 feet down here, and that's if you want to place it vertically, although they always recommend that you don't place Xbox 360s vertically. And the Xbox 360 was the only console that Microsoft ever made that you could place vertically, and that was to compete with the PlayStation. Every PlayStation except for the PlayStation 1 was meant to be placed vertically. Supposedly there's problems with scratching discs if you do place it vertically. I will be placing it horizontally, so I won't have any problems there. On the back of the device you have a Kensington lock, you have your power port, you have your HDMI port right there. Next to it you have your composite port, which is a condensed down into one jack composite port. You have your Connect port, you have your Ethernet port, and 2 more USB ports on the back. Now on the bottom, or the left-hand side of the device, depending on how you have it situated, again you have your Xbox logo there, you have 4 rubberized feet, and of course that matte black with the glossy black finish. Now on the left-hand side here, or in this case the top, you have the venting here, but you also have a little pinhole right here. And that's in case your disk drive gets stuck. Sometimes you'll have to eject the disk drive when there's no power to the system, and you would just stick a pin in there to accomplish that. Now on the bottom of the device is where you access, or in this case the right-hand side, if you put it normally, if you put it horizontally, this is where you access the hard drive. Let me just show you that again. This is where one of the feet is, and you'll see right there, there's a little arrow there. You just pull that in, pull that out, and as you can see there, there's a 250 gigabyte hard drive in there. So that's how you would replace it if you ever need to upgrade it, or if you have an arcade system that needs a hard drive and it only has flash storage on it. So I think I got a good deal with the 4 games, the 2 controllers, the driving controller, and of course the Xbox 360 itself. For about $160, you really can't beat that. Shop around, again, if you prefer brand new. This would cost you about $240, and it would only come with the 1 controller. Now, if you're familiar with my channel, you know that I do a lot of reviews on streaming media boxes. And those little boxes allow you to watch content from Netflix, from Amazon Prime, a lot of different Hulu, a lot of different sources that you can get media from. And I enjoy those boxes because there's a lot of independent companies in there and they're very inexpensive. The barrier to entry is pretty low on those devices, and I find them interesting. But there's a threshold at which one of these gaming consoles, a PlayStation 3 or an Xbox 360, is actually a better choice, and that's basically price. Anywhere below $100, I would definitely recommend a Roku device. You can get a lot of great Rokus for around $50, $60, $70. If you want to go around $100, you can still go with the top-of-the-line Roku, or you could get an Amazon Fire TV. I like my Amazon Fire TV. As far as I'm concerned, it's one of the better streaming boxes out there. But if you want to go a little bit more expensive, like I did here with $160, the Xbox 360 is very hard to beat. Now, the only difference is that I got this package without an actual media remote. Now, you don't need a media remote. You can use one of the game controllers here to control it, to watch media on there, but it is much nicer to have a media remote. So in the case where I found it on Amazon.com for $10. I actually got the remote for $10, and I had more than $10 in credit card reward points, so I actually got it for free. But if you do want to, buy it brand new, a media remote for this is $10. And that's what we have right here. So let's open this up and take a look inside here.